Hello, the third year students of MN Homeopathic Medical College. As per the lecture of organ of medicine we were carrying out, we have done up to aphorism number 227 from the mental disease, and now I would like to discuss a very important part at the end of this mental disease from aphorism number 228, 229 and 230. Now this part is important in our practice, and in many conditions in our examinations we get the questions that what are mental disease, define mental disease, and what are the types of mental disease and what the treatment of mental disease. And generally when we write about this, we write the definition and we give the 4 types, and we follow that the mental disease, and in the treatment we generally write that we require a totality of symptom in the organ of medicine. According to the organ of medicine, we will select a medicine according to the totality of symptom, and we will give an antisoric. But another very important thing is that for each and every mental disease the treatment is different. For example, we can say that when we are discussing about the disease from corporeal to mental, there we must know the past history of illness of this mental disease, of this person, of this patient, and after that we have to prescribe one medicine which will correlate with the past history. We will know in the lucid interval the details about the past history of illness, and after that we will have to give some antisoric medicines. Again, if we go to the second type of mental disease, we will have the treatment of some medicines, that is mercury, stramonium, hyoscyamus, aconite, etc. So this type of belladonna, this type of medicine will serve as an important role to make a control on the acute condition of the mental disease. And obviously after that we will go to the antisoric medicine. And if we go to the third type of mental disease, the treatment is somewhat different. They require some type of mental treatment, not only the medicinal treatment. So what we see that we have to have some friendly exhortations, some types of good behavior, etc. with this type of patients who are having the mental disease of doubtful origin, or wherever it is coming from some bad practices, corrupt morals, etc. And the mental disease with emotional cause, sometimes it turns into corporeal type. There we must know about what type of emotional causes the patient is having, and regarding that we have to give some medicine, and obviously we give some also some moral remedy with this thing. Now these are the in very short, these are the treatment of the mental disease of this 4 type of mental disease. Now the question is that Dr. Hahnemann has discussed about total details regarding the behavior with the mental patient, and what type of attitude and what type of thing we require to have for a mental disease. Here we see that if we go to aphorism number 228, it is a very important thing. What we should do and what we should not do. What we should do, it is written in aphorism number 228, and what we should not do, somewhat it is written in aphorism number 229. And at the end of this the mental disease 230, there are some discussion regarding the homeopathy and allopathic system of medicine. So when we are reading this aphorism number 228 from Organon of Medicine, this aphorism number 228 gives us a very important instruction to what type of behavior we should have with a mental patient. So in a mental, and let us read this aphorism 228. And one of the very important thing is that in the beginning of this lecture I have told about the treatment of the 4 type of mental disease in very short, what that you have to write in your examination. Another thing is that aphorism number 228, 229, these are the practical examples, but the practical instructions which are given to us as a physician when we will treat a mental patient. So maybe it may be not so much important if you omit this thing in your the exam answer, maybe we can score 50 to 60% marks. It's not so much hard, but we need to know this instruction, as because we can understand what behavior we should give to the patient, and at the same time we can understand what type of humanity Dr. Hahnemann was having, and what type of keen observation he was having for his patients. So let us start from aphorism number 228. In mental and emotional diseases resulting from the corporeal maladies, which can only be cured by homeopathic antisoric medicine, conjoined with carefully regulated mode of life and appropriate physical behavior toward the patient on the part of those about him and of the physician, must be scrupulously observed by way of an auxiliary mental regimen. This word is important: auxiliary mental regimen. So beside the medicine, what type of additional mental regimen you can give to the patient, this is discussed here. So when you are giving treating a patient, the patient will behave to you like something obviously he is a mental patient and he is not at all normal. So what type of behavior and what type of response will we give in this treating the mental patient? So number one, to furious mania we must oppose calm intrepidity and cool firm resolution. So if the patient is somewhat furious, here the turmoil within his brain is very much active, and he is somewhat in an angry and furious attitude, but you should not be equally angry with the patient. You should be very cool and you remain very cool and calm, and your movement should not be very hazardous and haphazard. You should have a very cool and calm attitude towards the patient. Obviously, if you are cool during that time, obviously the patient will have some attendant at the same time, so he will not interact in that manner. Otherwise, if you were in a either in a tension mood or in a aggressive mood toward the patient, it should not be. So this will maybe exaggerate the patient's furious behavior. So first of all, if the patient is furious, and we should have a cool, firm resolution. Next, to a doleful, querulous lamentation, a mute display of commiseration in looks and gestures. So this is another point we can get, that the patient is mental patient. He may talk, lachesis, constant and continuous loquacity, anacardium, or type of they are giving some type of bad slang languages, even a sort of querulous mentality, a sort of querulous behavior. They are having some. The patient is he wants to scold you, the patient wants to beat you, something, this type of thing. There also, what we should do, we should not behave the same to the patient. Here you should have a mute display of commiseration in looks and gestures. So mute display, you should not speak anything which may, at least whatever you speak, it will disturb the patient's brain. So you should not speak anything. You should be calm and cool, and you should be mute. You should not speak the thing. Automatically, the patient's querulous lamentation will reduce. So this is the second point. Third point, to senseless chattering, a silence not wholly inattentive. Now see, we will get some patients who are having a constant and continuous talking. This sense, but the chattering, he is continuously telling something. He is not at all querulous. He is not at all some type of fears or this type of having a bad attitude towards the physician. But the patient is constantly telling something which is meaningless, and the patient is thinking that Doctor Sahab mera sun raha hai, and you have to have some acting like that. You are listening, not at all inattentive, but not giving too much emphasis on the points he is saying. If you give too much emphasis and if you start conversation with the patient, the patient will have something enthusiasm regarding this, and the patient will start continuing his all this rubbish telling, and he will increase and increase his chattering. So there you must not answer to the patient, but you must not be completely inattentive. There the patient will not feel good. If you are acting like a very inattentive person, he will think that doctor साहब मेरा तो कोई चीज सुन रहे नहीं. With this type of condition, the patient, if he is not furious, if he is telling something to you, he is not mentally balanced, but he wants some sort of support or something, that somebody is listening to me. This thing is required from the end of the physician. So you must not be wholly inattentive. And lastly, to disgusting and abominable conduct and to conversation of a similar character, total inattention. So total inattention, when we will give the will say this, will do like this, when there is something which is not at all good. It is the patient is giving some sort of obscene or some sort of bad type of expressions, or maybe something in such a mood that he can hit any person in this condition. So there we will not give any type of attention to the patient. In this condition, if you give any type of attention to the patient gets an opportunity. We must keep in mind that he is not in a balanced condition in the brain. The patient gets an opportunity to increase his own energy in the manner or in the direction in which he is going on. So there, in this condition, we should be total inattentive in this case. So we must merely endeavor the prevent the destruction of injury of the surrounding objects. We should not keep any object in the surrounding which may be injurious to the patient, or which may be breakable, or something harm may be done by the patient to these objects. We must, without reproaching the patient for his acts, and everything must be arranged in such a way that the necessity for any corporeal punishment and torture, whatever, may be avoided. So we should not keep anything in the surrounding which can cause any type of physical harm, even any type of mental harm to the patient. Suppose there is some sort of weapon type of thing, or the knife, or any type of needle or something which can have an injury to the patient, as because he is not mentally balanced. So this type of things should not be kept in the surroundings. Another thing is that any type of thing which is affecting mentally to the patient. We know that in many diseases which is from emotional causes, there are some sort of pictures, some sort of things, some sort of tunes, some music, etc., which make the patient in a hyperactive condition. We should not play these type of music tunes or anything which may distract the patient, if you know the patient is distracted or the patient is disturbed by this thing. So these type of things should be avoided in the surroundings. All the time you may not see the patient in your clinic. In many conditions, the mental patient, you can have a visit to the home. So you better advise the patient's attendants that you should not keep this type of things, or you should not play any type of music play, or any type of scene, or any type of words which can disturb the patient's mental condition. So this is so much the more easily affected because the administration in the administration of the medicine, the only circumstance in which the employment of the coercion could be justified. In the homeopathic system, the small doses of appropriate medicine never offend the taste and may consequently be given to the patient without his knowledge in his drink, so that all compulsion is unnecessary. There is a very important word in this last sentence, that we get many patients who are not willing to take any medicine. So there we can administer the medicine very easily, as because homeopathic medicine is given in such a minute dose that we can administer the medicine in type of mixture mixed with water, or without the knowledge of the patient. Even in olfaction method we can give the medicine, which the patient is unaware that he is taking the medicine. So if we want to cure a patient, we see that many patient, it is a practical experience for me also. I've also seen a number of mental patients in my life, and maximum with the grace of God, it is a with the growing, as I can say that it's a blessing of God that maximum of the patient has improved in this condition. I may not say that everything is completely cured by me in my practice, but they are improved, and there I can say that I have practically faced in many conditions where the patient is telling that they are telling me mad. I am not at mad. They all are mad. I am not mad. Why I should take any medicine? I am not willing to take any medicine. जो भी मुझे कुछ खिलाने को आ रहा है, ये मुझे जहर देने की कोशिश कर रहा है, मैं तो फेंक दूंगा ये. So this type of things is very common for a mental patient. So there we can give the medicine to the mental patient without his knowledge. It is a very important part for homeopathic medicine. So aphorism number 228. Let us have a gist, very short gist, and let us now have the gist in Hindi for our Hindi speaking boys. aphorism number 228 जो है, इसमें हमको कुछ चीज़ ऐसे बताया गया है कि जहाँ पे हम लोगों को कुछ करना है एज अ फिजिशियन. तो ऑब्वियसली हम लोग जो मेंटल पेशेंट देख रहे हैं, इस मेंटल पेशेंट के अकॉर्डिंगली हमको उनको ट्रीट करना है. तो मेडिसिन तो देना है, लेकिन हम लोग इस मेंटल पेशेंट को कैसे ट्रीट करें, इसका एक इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया गया है. इसमें 4 टाइप ऑफ कंडीशंस बताया गया है. जैसे कि जो फ्यूरियस, जो बहुत गुस्से में होंगे, तो उनके लिए हमको कूल एंड काम रेजोल्यूशन में रहना पड़ेगा. जो एक झगड़ेलू टाइप के कंडीशंस में होंगे, तो इनको जो है ना, हमको चुप रहना है, हमको उनका झगड़ा का उत्तर नहीं देना है. उसमें वो उसका मतलब फ्यूरियस हो सकते हैं और हानिकारक भी हो सकता है उस पेशेंट के लिए भी और हमारे लिए भी. और तीसरी बात है कि अगर इफ देयर इज एनी टाइप ऑफ सेंसलेस चैटरिंग, मतलब वो अनब सनब बोलते जा रहे हैं और वो सोच रहे हैं कि हम तो सब सही बोल रहे हैं और अगला जो है ना मेरे को अगर अटेंशन ही ना दे तो क्या मतलब. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मेंटल पेशेंट, उसका ब्रेन तो बैलेंस में नहीं है, लेकिन सेंस तो कुछ है. तो ये जो सेंस है, तो इस सेंस तो यही कहता है कि ही विल हैव अ भरोसा, reliability on any type of patient, any type of person who is willing to listen to him. तो कई बार जो इंसेन पर्सन है, जो मेंटली डिसेबल्ड है, इनको भी एक एक्सपेक्टेशन होता है, एक सहारे की जरूरत होता है और वो खुश होते हैं. उससे उनका मेंटल कामनेस बढ़ता है, जो कि एकदम उल्टा होता है. घर में एक पागल इंसान को कोई वैल्यू नहीं दी, तो उसका बात कोई नहीं सुनता, उल्टा पुल्टा बोलते, तो इससे और वो बीमार पड़ जाता है. तो देयर इफ ही स्पीकिंग समथिंग एंड इट इज नॉट एट ऑल एनी टाइप ऑफ नॉर्मल थिंग, स्टिल हम लोगों को एकदम इनअटेंटिव नहीं रहना है, ऐसे एक्टिंग करना है जैसे कि हम लोग उसका सुन रहे हैं. तो ऐसे मेरे लाइफ में हुआ है बहुत सारे, कुछ लगभग 15-20 मिनट वो पेशेंट मुझे बोलता गया और अजीब अजीब से कहानी बोलते गए. मैं अंतरिक्ष में गया, ये सारी चीज़ भी बोलते गए. हमने कहा अच्छा, वेरी गुड, ठीक है. कभी कभी मैं चुप होता रहा, तो धीरे धीरे तो 15-20 मिनट के बाद जो है ना, मैं जैसे उनका थोड़ा सा मैं चुप रहा और उनका जो भी बोलना जो है धीरे धीरे कम हुआ. फिर उस पेशेंट ने मुझे बोला कि डॉक्टर साहब, आज तक मैंने आपके जैसे इंसान नहीं देखा. मैंने कहा क्यों? तो बोले कि मैंने इतना कुछ बताया, मेरा तो कोई सुनता ही नहीं है, ये आप पहले इंसान हो जो मेरे को सुन रहे हो. देन आई स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग टू हिम. 1-2-3 चीज़ मैंने उसको बताया कि आप ऐसा ऐसे करना. मैंने कुछ मेडिटेशन, कुछ नमाज, ऐसा कुछ चीज़ मैंने उसको बताया था. एंड रियली द पेशेंट, आई हैव गिवन द मेडिसिन टू द पेशेंट, और उस पेशेंट ने मेरा सुना. उसके बाद घर से आया कि डॉक्टर साहब ये नमाज पढ़ रहे हैं सुबह शाम, कम से कम मतलब 2-3 बार. पहले तो ऐसा नहीं होता था, पहले से ये काम हो गया, कूल हो गया. पहले जैसे गुस्सा होता था, कुछ भी करते थे, कुछ भी बोलते थे. अभी तो काफ़ी इम्प्रूव्ड है और इनका कोई एकदम मतलब लगभग नॉर्मल जैसा हो गया. तो दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग अ पेशेंट नीड. अगर मैं उनका कुछ नहीं सुनता, अगर मैं उनका कोई मतलब अटेंशन ही नहीं देता, तो शायद उनका अल्टीमेटली रिजल्ट क्या होता. वो मेरे पर भरोसा नहीं करते, ऐसे कोई बातचीत होता ही नहीं है, मेडिसिन खाते नहीं खाते, वो पहले जैसे पागल ही रहते। सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हिच आवर बिहेव टू दिस पेशेंट, तो ये जरूरी है। और लास्ट में तो ऐसे लास्ट में ये दिया गया कि अगर बहुत मतलब एकदम खराब कुछ ऐसे बिहेवियर करे और खतरनाक कुछ टाइप का कंडीशन आए, तो उसमें हमको उस पेशेंट को कम्प्लीटली इनअटेंशन देना है। और हम लोग का मेडिसिन क्योंकि बहुत ही मतलब माइन्यूट डोज और एकदम लिस्ट क्वांटिटी में होता है, तो इसलिए जो है ना वी कैन कीप दिस मेडिसिन without the knowledge of the patient. Obviously, you have to have a confirmatory condition. किसी का कहने पर किसी से कोई मेडिसिन हम नहीं दे सकते, हमको कंफर्म करना है कि हाँ ये मेंटल पेशेंट है, इसको ये ट्रीटमेंट की जरूरत है, तो देयर ओनली वी विल गिव सम मेडिसिन विद द कंसेंट ऑफ हिज अटेंडेंट and with a proper documentation which will be kept in the attendant and with the record of this attendant कि हम इस पेशेंट को विदाउट हिज नॉलेज कुछ मेडिसिन दे रहे हैं, और ये भी हम लोग का बहुत अच्छा काम आएगा। सो दिस इज एफर्जन नंबर 228, विल कम अगेन इन एफर्जन नंबर 229।